Hello everyone. So in the previous slides we have studied about forest and different kinds of forest, and what we have studied about the climate, the different vegetations, plants life and animal life. Now we will study about grasslands. So let us begin with the first part, that is tropical grassland. What is the, again we will study the same thing, that is what is the climate of this tropical grassland, what is the vegetations, location, animal and plant life. Now, what is the climate of this? This region are warm with rainfall between 25 centimeter to 75 centimeter. And what is the type of vegetation? Tall grasses of 2 meter to 4 meter height grow in this region. Vegetation is present in areas of moderate and low amount of rainfall. In this picture also only you can see that the grasses are tall, about 2 meter to 4 meter high. Location, they are found on either side of equator and extend till the tropics. Campos in Brazil, Illions in Venezuela, Parkland in America and savanna in Africa. This picture is a savanna grassland. And what is the animal life over here? Which kind of animal is found? Like zebras, elephant, giraffe, deer, lions, leopard, cheetah, etc. are found over here. Next comes your temperate grassland. What is temperate grassland? The climate is not, the rainfall is not sufficient for the growth of trees. These grasslands have hot summers and cold winters. Due to the insufficient of rainfall, the vegetations grow very less. The grassland have hot summers and cold winters. White of vegetation, short and nutritious grasses are found over here. The grasses are not tall as compared to the tropical grassland. Location, they are found in the mid latitudinal zones and in the interior part of the continents. These grasslands are known by different names in different places, like steppe in Central Asia and Europe, prairies in North America, pampas in South America, velds in South Africa, downs in Australia. See, these are the names by which it is been called in different areas. And here another part is animal life. Wild buffaloes, bisons, antelopes are commonly found in this region. Now we'll study about desert vegetation. Desert, they experience very high temperature with rainfall below 25 centimeter. As it is a desert area, will not found a very good vegetation as compared to other grasslands due to the less amount of water. Now, what are the different type of vegetation? Short and thorny shrubs with deep roots and spine-like leaves to prevent the transpiration, and coarse grasses are found in the desert region. Very thin vegetation cover is present due to lack of proper rainfall. You can see the vegetation over here, it is not so dense. The roots are deep and the shrubs are very thorny and the vegetation is very thin. Next comes your location. There are two types of desert. Hot deserts, which are Mojave Desert in California in North America, Atacama Desert in South America, Sahara, and Kalahari in Africa, and so on. Next comes your plant life. Cacti, wild date palms, few acacia trees are commonly found over here. Plants have waxy surface to minimize the loss of water. As the amount of water is very less in this kind of area, so plants grows according to that only, and the plants have a waxy surface to prevent from transpiration and minimize the loss of water. Animals such as camels, small reptiles, you must have studied in junior classes also that in desert vegetation which kind of animals has been found there, what are the plants, cacti and all. So here you can see camels, small reptiles like lizards and snakes, foxes and hyenas are commonly found in this region. Here you can see the picture of hyena. Next comes your cold desert or tundra vegetation. From the name itself you can understand that here the summer is very short and winters are very long and severe. Since the region is quite dry, it is called polar cold desert. And what are the vegetations found over here? There's no trace of any vegetation, only some mosses and lichens grow in summer. A very few dwarf shrubs and grasses are found near the lakes and marshes. Due to extreme severe winter, we don't get good amount of vegetations. Okay, very less we can see vegetations over here like mosses and lichens, as we already read. Location: they are located in polar regions of North America, Europe and Asia. And which kind of animals found over here is polar bear, seals, walrus, reindeer and so on. And varieties of fishes are being found. Here you can see the picture of reindeer. Next comes your wildlife. We must be aware of wildlife. What is wildlife? Wildlife, it plays an important role in our environment. There is a close relation between vegetation and wildlife. Each type of wildlife is adapted to live in a certain type of vegetation. Vegetation not only provides food to the animals but also give them shelter and home. As we all know, the forest, natural vegetation and all, it provides house, it provides food, shelter to the wild animals. They are the home of wild animals. The physical features and habits of animals are in a synchronized with their surroundings. We all have studies from our childhood only. We all know that wild animals are totally dependent on the nature, and the reason is they get food, they get shelter from nature, and there is no interference of human activities over there. But nowadays humans are disturbing the wildlife and the natural vegetation for their own purpose, and ultimately the wild animals are getting affected. Now, last but not the least, it is the very important part of the chapter, that is conservation of natural vegetation and wildlife. Now, you must be agree with me that we should conserve our natural vegetation and wildlife. Here are the some preventive measures which can be applied to conserve natural vegetation. Like, we should plant more and more trees in order to ensure balance in nature. We should not hunt animals. We should stop polluting soil. And how we can stop polluting the soil? We should stop throwing the waste on the soil, water and air by causing reduction in the amount of pollutants. We humans only are responsible for polluting our environment. And how animals are being hurt, like we should prohibit hunting and illegal poaching to save and recover the trees of forest. And we should understand that maintaining a balance in nature, we should conserve our flora and fauna. Merciless cutting of trees has increased the greenhouse effects and made life miserable for all living beings. Illegal hunting, poaching has pushed several animals on a verge of extinction. So here are the preventive measures. So it's a request to all of you that we should save our environment. We should not throw waste, household waste or any other kind of waste directly on the other land or outside of the house. We should properly dump the waste so that the nature didn't get affected. We should save animals also. We should avoid hunting, poaching. I hope you all understand this chapter. Thank you so much.